This dog is very emaciated. It did not want to eat anything. The military helped us carry it out of the trench to the car. Maybe it will recover, because there is a suspicion that it has cancer. We take it to the vet clinic and the dog takes tests. And all these dogs in the wing of enclosures. They are also rescued from the Kherson region.
Volodymyr is from Nova Kakhovka, Kherson region. When the full-scale Russian war against Ukraine began, he moved to Lviv.
I have 5 alibi dogs. I went to Lviv from the first day of the war, and the Domivka Врятованих тварин and the House of Rescued Animals saved my dogs. They live here with me, and then I stayed here to work.
The man says when the Kakhovka HPP was blown up, he immediately understood what the consequences of such a tragedy would be, and he, together with the staff of the shelter, immediately went to Kherson to help in the evacuation of animals.
I am a dog lover. I myself have kept dogs, and this is also my homeland. I come from Nova Kakhovka, and the hydroelectric power station, which the Russian invaders blew up, it's in my city, so I couldn't stay away when my friends went there.
In 4 days, volunteers managed to save 72 dogs in the flooded city and evacuate them to Lviv. Now in the shelter, the dogs are undergoing adaptation and waiting for new owners. Each single day, people bring the necessary things and goodies for the animals. Many citizens come here to walk these dogs to help the volunteers.
Now this is essential. A lot of evacuated animals are brought here from the Kherson region. It's like volunteer help. I understand that this is very important both for the workers themselves, because they may not be able to cope with the entire number of animals, and for dogs. After all, this is essential for them, the dogs. When they are walking, they spend more time outdoors and do not sit in a cage.
Volunteers also evacuated 96 cats and built for them a separate room in the shelter. A few days after the pets were brought in, most of them were taken away by the residents of Lviv. Now 17 cats are waiting for new owners.
This is a kitten from the Kherson region. People have already decided to take it home. Now we are waiting for them to come for it, because they are equipping a flat for it now, so that it does not climb anywhere or get hurt, though the flat is safe for the kitten.
The House of Rescued Animals has been running for more than 5 years now. At first, their main specialization was saving wild animals from human cruelty. Since the start of Russia's full-scale war against Ukraine, volunteers have been busy rescuing and evacuating all pets from combat zones.
We didn't do that before. We were focused only on wild animals. But there were an emergency need for this, the rescue of cats and dogs. People left them on the street, at train stations. They simply took animals out of the combat zones and left, so we immediately took care of this.
During this time, the volunteers adopted about 7,000 cats and dogs in the shelter. Some pets were sent abroad, where they were also found a new home for. Now about 2,000 pets remain in the shelter. In order to create more comfortable conditions for animals that have lost their homes, animal rights activists have already begun construction of a new shelter. Reported by Diana Kolesnik, Yulia Bil, Vadim Dmitriev, UATV News.